One second. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, BKYI has been playing with that resistance for some time now. So that thing needs to get breaking. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Diego. Good morning, Jonathan. Good morning. You're in at 88 cents, Moni. Good. I like it. Would have been nicer closer to 85 cents, but you're okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Omega. Hi. Xavier. Good morning. Nicola. Good morning. Hello. Okay, what am I looking for here? I'm looking for. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You only bought $100 of Ruby yesterday at 24 column. Yeah, that would have been really nice for you. That would have been really nice. So it looks like BKYI is the one going into the open, isn't it? Good morning, Ron. Dave, good morning. BC, good morning. Chris, good morning. Hello. Dan, good morning. Ron, good morning. Randy, good morning. Good morning, Frank. Benjamin, good morning. Sam, good morning. Benna, good morning. TK, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, let's see if we can break through this little supply zone here for BKYI though. BKYI. Good morning, Aria. Hello, hello. Yeah, this level, the closer we get to $1, it's been a problem. It's been a problem for a while now, though. Right? It usually is. Actually, if you go all the way back to the end of last month, so Thursday, October 30th, that was the level at 101. Interesting. Okay, right there. So we shall see. Again, happy Friday, everybody. Let's end the week on a good note. Hopefully we have a good run out today, because this week has been a bit suspicious, a little bit suspicious, just a little bit. Matt, good morning. Mel, good morning. Gliding, Paracite gliding. Good morning. Felix, good morning. Mac, good morning. Scuba, good morning. Ebo, good morning. Didi, good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Okay, so this one we like going into the open. MTVA had a good run. Only concern with this one is that it's losing the momentum going into the open. But it's clearly still above the 200 EMA, so we're going to keep an eye on it. So MTVA, we'll keep an eye on that. MSGM has been the stock from last night to this morning, right? This thing had a really good run, right? So again, this is the type of stuff we say like, hey, come join us in Discord because you miss out on this stuff after hours, right? This is beautiful, right? And really easy to play, right? That initial pop, don't care for. Ahmad, don't make me find you, right? Easy monies for you, easy monies. Anyways, so these guys had news last night. The stock initially popped and then dipped a little bit, which is exactly what you want, and then the boom skis, and then popped and then dipped again, and then boom skis, and then more boom skis, and then more boom skis, and then more boom skis. Right, so from $2.19, all the way to $5.70, and then dipped this morning, and then continued running. So it's found a really good base, as you can see, right? The entire pre-market, for the most part, the support has been between 450 and 410. So let's see if we can stay above that level. Robert, good morning. Hello, hello. Alrighty, so let's see if we can stay above that level. It would be nice if we could reclaim the 200 EMA because we're currently below. So patience on this one will be required. See if this one can reclaim that 200. Cool. Again, so BKYI, MTVA we like. AZI is another one that's been failing a lot at 1725 at the top there. That supply zone. So, but it's also holding the 200 EMA. So we do have quite a few names to pay attention to. Ruby had a nice run this morning, but Ruby's also just running to the same level like from early in the week that it kept failing at. So, but now if you're watching or holding Ruby, stay above 30 cents, please, because if that thing goes below that, we might just be back in that same rubbish we were dealing with early in the week. And then we'll have some other random names like MTC. We only have MTC on here because it's been running every day, right? Yesterday we went from minus 30% to plus, right, plus 50% for MTC. So that thing had a really good bounce. So again, it's on here just because I would not be paying attention to this thing though if it's below $2.20. So it needs to find a way to consolidate and then go from there. VSME looks interesting too. There's a bit of support at 38 cents. Again, like I said, these are just some random names we're going to keep an eye on and then go from there. The S&P is also gapping down this morning, so is Bitcoin, right? SPY. So more sell-offs. Yeah. How low do we go? Actually, let me take a look at that chart. Just want to see what the 4 hour or the daily chart looks like here. Actually, the 4 hour first for SPY. So we're not quite there to that 200 EMA yet, are we? No, not quite yet. So we might have a bit more room to the downside there, right? Into that demand zone there. I mean, it would be nice if we dipped to 650. Anyways, what does the daily look like? The daily does look like we're retesting something, but yeah, you can tell there's still a bit more room to the downside if we really want to drop. Yeah, we'll see. It is Friday. Usually, what happens on a Friday is they go one direction and then the other direction, But yeah, we'll see. You bought a more BTC under 100K, Randy? Okay. Yeah, I think between 100K and that 80K, I think that's a pretty good level to be scaling in. Uh, yeah. You don't have to renew. You don't have to do anything new. Once your membership renews, it should work on its own. Righty. So again, we like AZI going into the open. We kind of like MTVA, right? We like BKYI. We kind of like MSGM as well, just because of what it's done, right? So we'll keep an eye on these names. With 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes, guys. Let's see. Again, hopefully today is not as boring as it was yesterday. You know, the open is kind of getting a bit annoying with all of the names going back and forth. So stupid. One of these days we need to pick, one name and then just start cooking right away. Right at the open we close green up 300 points. You think so? That would be impressive, and I would not be surprised, right? So that's the kind of rubbish they do on Fridays. People holding puts, dip, 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 and then they reverse it. So, question for you guys in the chat though: what's your favorite stock going into the open? What is your favorite name going into the open? Let me know. Romeo, it needs to stay above 30 cents. I don't know why I'm calling you Romeo, but yeah. MTC, JD, okay, MSGM, AMD puts, MSGM, RUBI, BKYI, MTVA. So again, all the same names we've already looked at, right? So we haven't looked at Beyond Meat yet today. Maybe we will at some point. But all the other names in the chat we've looked at. So again, for BKYI going into the open, your support is going to be closer to 84 cents already. And then that resistance is 101. So we need to break above a dollar basically and stay above a dollar already. So I almost want to say that this, kind of stands out the most, BKYI, right? MTVA again, these guys had some interesting news, but the price action is a bit suspicious. Like it doesn't have the volume. The only reason it's on here is because it had a nice pop earlier and it's still above the 200 EMA. So maybe we pop after the market opens. Alrighty, your support in this one is 90 cents. Cool. Your resistance is gonna be around $1.05, $1.05, $1.06, and then you're looking for $1.20 on MTVA. Alrighty, MSGM again. This one's had support this morning between 450 and 410. So if we dip into that range there, maybe it'll be interesting. The only downside to this one is that it's still below that 200 EMA and the VWAP. So you're gonna have a bit of an issue there. Like I said, for Ruby, you kind of want Ruby to stay above the that 30 cents. if for nothing else, just a psychological support level, right? You can kind of see like Ruby's doing the same thing we talked about yesterday, right? Like a stock goes below the 200 EMA and then it goes back up to the 200 EMA and then it fails, then they slap it, right? So Ruby isn't looking too hot there. The only thing that's good for Ruby here is that it's still about 30 cents, and also the market hasn't opened yet. So maybe once it opens, it pops, but still, right? Stuff like that is very negative. So, and then AZI is just kind of going sideways for now. You can see that double top, guys, right? You can see the double top that 1725, and then kind of look at this level here for some support, right? Cool, cool, cool. So right about 14 cents here for AZI. Alrighty. Like I mentioned earlier, we're gonna keep an eye on MTC just because MTC's had some pretty big runs, especially yesterday, right from the abyss. So for now, MTC needs to stay above this 220. Needs to. The S&P just had a nice little bounce there. Nice little bounce. Not sure why, but they the scams have been gone, right? Do we stream every day? We do. Principal? Yeah, we do. We do. All right. So Monday to Friday. Yeah, what's the schedule? We usually come on around 10 a.m. Eastern time and then stream for 3 4 hours and then hop off and then go back to Discord. And then Discord is 24/7. Alrighty. So again, like I said earlier, BKYI kind of seems like the one that stands out the most for now. Yeah. I know, right? That's why I was laughing. I'm like, yep, there goes another one. Yeah. Looking for a good day with let's yeah, ancient. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. MSGM is bouncing off 450 for now. So I'm gonna drop the first line at 450 or somewhere right there, right? For MSGM. So yeah. What you will notice is, but being below the 200 EMA, the only time I don't put too much effort into that um is when the market hasn't opened yet, right? So then I don't care too much, right? As long as that stock is performed. Cool. What's Ruby? Yeah, Ruby's looking. Yeah, Ruby doesn't look good at all, right? The nail in the coffin for Ruby is right there, right? Right there. As soon as you break below the 200 EMA, that's not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is when you go back up, because you will go back up. When you fail right there, people start panicking hard. So let's go, Rajun. Let's go. Welcome. Welcome. This week has been a bit suspicious though. So next week we better get back to cooking. Next week, fire. So if you're new to the community, spend time over the weekend going through the educational channels, asking questions. Just go through everything, alrighty, and then so you're ready for next week. Cool. I'm not sure if we're gonna do a class today. If I see that we have issues, then we'll do a general Q&A, and then the next week we'll do a specific topic or something like that. For now, though, yeah, we'll maybe do a Q&A today if people are really struggling. Alrighty. If not, we have a lot of classes. Happy Friday 6. Happy Friday. Yeah, that's a nice bounce for SPY. Let me pull up BTC as well. What is the BTC doing? I mean, it's still kind of playing with 100K, isn't it? So yeah, I'm not quite sure what's happening here. Sub only stream. It's like that every day, right? You have to be a subscriber to the stream is for everybody, but you have to be a subscriber to ask questions. And they just slapped the S&P back down. So that's interesting. And the markets are open. The markets are open. Okay, let's see. Uh, yep. Again, for now, BKYI is the one that stands out the most for me, right? But again, we do have these other names to kind of pay attention to. As he's getting slapped back to 14 cents. So again, watch that 14 cents for support. RUBI is below 30 cents now, so that's not exactly something you want to be seeing if you're in a position. MTVA looks okay above the 200 EMA. It just doesn't look like it has the volume quite yet, right? MSGM. So again, we mentioned that 450 range, right? So 450 to 410, there seems to be a lot of buying in that level. Every time it drops down there seems to be buying. So, and that's exactly the same thing that's happening now, right? 437 back to 470. So we'll see if this thing can give us a higher low at some point. Then we can kind of say, hey, this looks good, and then go from there. Cool. BKYI, you can see that supply zone. So this one still has work to do as well. Alrighty. So we'll give these names a few seconds of the open here to kind of give us, tell us what they want to do. Tell us what they want to do. That would have been a nice little scalp there for MSGM though. Nice little scalp. Right? And then you're going to have resistance right here around 480, right? That 200 EMA. Some resistance there. $1,000 Friday, that's your goal. Yep, patience is key, right? There's no need to be rushing into some of these names at the open. We've already seen how this week has gone, right? Anytime you rush into the open, it's been a bit of a problem. We've had some really good plays, like the second half of the day. Every like yesterday was MTC ran again yesterday, right? Had a really good run again yesterday. There was another one. MTC ran the day before, but it was the second half of the day, right? So that kind of seems to be the theme, where the initial open is so annoying, right? But then we after lunch we have some really good names. So again, we'll see. Alrighty. MTVA is still holding that 200 EMA. You can still kind of see that the volume isn't quite coming in yet, so it does need the volume. BKYI is still trying to decide what it wants to do, right? Because of that supply zone. And then MSGM is the one that's actually wanting to push, right? So this is why, yeah. This is why though, like I don't care too much at the open that it's below the 200 EMA, but it's still something you have to keep in mind because that 200 EMA level is going to act as resistance. Alrighty. Something do something. Right. So this is the one that's looking like it has the most volume for now, isn't it? Right. So testing that 480 resistance here for MSGM. BKYI is still dipping, so dip all the way closer to that 80 cents. The better. The better. Cool. Cool. It's like it's breaking but not quite closing above yet. And then you have the view app right above it too. Yeah, you'll be looking for closer to 80 cents, right? So 85 to 80 cents there. Let's see if it consolidates at that level money. Alrighty. And then we shall go from there. Yeah, you can kind of see MSGM is still failing at the 200 as well, right? You notice how none of those candles closed above, right? And then you're still in that supply zone too. So these stonks have work to do. Work to do. Peloton with a bit of a pop there. MTVA again. There's just no volume on this thing quite yet, right? There's AZI. Yeah, there's nothing there either. RUBI, definitely nothing on this one, right? MTC is just chilling at 220. So that thing definitely has work to do. Ready? BKYI said, "Hello, I'm back. Here I am. Here I am." It says. So it would be nice if we got some higher lows on this thing though, and then we go from there. Pop on DVLT. Yep. Yep. I want to see a higher low or breakout on BKYI. So clearly, the top two that stand out for now are this one and this one, right? These are the two that stand out for now, right? MSGM and BKYI. Those are the two. You can clearly see though that the resistance for BKYI is that 101, that dollar level, right? So we do need to break above that level. Nothing happening there. AZI again, so that thing needs to reclaim the 200 EMA there for you. Good job, Rush. Good job. Well done. Well done. So again, MSGM, you can clearly see that there's a lot of resistance up there, right? So that level is a bit of a problem. And then BKYI is the one that stands out the most for now, right? So clearly, again, this level is resistance, and then closer to the bottom here, that's your support. Alrighty. Okay, are we gonna break it? Here we go. $1. Can we break out? We're not really asking for too much. We're just asking for boom skis. I like it, Jason. I like it. Yeah, with that stuff, you have to be quick with, especially when it's at resistance like that. That support is under the 200 EMA. Not at the open, it's not, McGregor. Not at the open, right? Like I said, at the open, it's a different story, right? So at the open, that's the only time I don't care, right? Because you have so much volume going back and forth, right? That people might still pick that one. It's a different story as the day progresses and you go below the 200 EMA. That shows weakness, right? Change of direction. At the open, you can't really judge it like that. Not quite yet. Unless you're far below the 200 EMA, then that's a different story. Alrighty. Um, Again, if it's a name that's currently performing, right, that's performed, then we always want to pay attention to it. Right? See, we talked about the exact same thing on MSGM, right? Like MSGM is below, but at the same time, like it's performed well in the after hours and pre-market, that we still want to pay attention to it. And then it popped, right? But then failed at the 200 EMA. So we're just kind of chilling here at that stupid resistance for BKYI. Here we go, 99, $1. Ooh, there goes 104. So I was trying to break it. 105. There we go. Can we start cooking now? That would be nice. That would be nice. Let's see if that candle can close above them. And then we'll go from there. So again, clearly this is the best looking one for now, right? 106. And that candle still needs to close above, and then we can talk about $1.10 or $1.20, one of those other two levels. But now though, we do actually need to break and close above. Alrighty. So that candle did it, which is good. Can we push now? Or are we gonna play games and try and consolidate? The only downside to that candle is that it was a really aggressive candle. Sometimes those aggressive candles have, a bit of a negative to them. Yeah. So we're kind of playing with 105 here. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. For some reason, there's an interesting. Okay, there we go. 107. High of the day is 108 for now. 108. Ruby is trying to. Yeah, Ruby came back above 30 cents. Let me take a look. Yeah. Fat slap on Ruby all the way down to 27 and then back to 30 cents. Right. BKYI is still at 106, 107, guys. So this is looking good, right? MSGM, nothing. Failed at the 200 EMA, right? So big warning sign. So your lesson for the week is pay attention to the 200 EMA if you don't already pay attention to it, right? BKYI just made brand new highs there, 109. These candles have some interesting wicks down there. Some interesting weeks. Yeah. Ruby's going for 31 now. Right? Yeah, Ruby maybe wants to go back and retest the 200 EMA, which is usually what they do, right? When you can find a proper base below the 200 EMA, the next logical target is retesting that 200 EMA, right? And that's usually where the first problem is. So if you're watching Ruby, if you're holding Ruby, start getting ready for the test. So a bit of a retest on BKYI as well. Come on. This thing's moving like a snail, isn't it? Like a snail. Probably because they wanted to come back and retest that 9 EMA. Retest the breakout. Yup. We might just mess around and just chill at this level. That's a good scalp actually, Ebo. Very good scalp. Very good scalp. I like that. 102. Yeah, so that was a good retest. If we can get the volume to push back up, that would be nice. As he's also kind of bouncing, right? Kind of bouncing there. MTC with a drop and then a nice pop. So I wonder if we're going to be able to get some rallies again today. It looks like the markets are bouncing. Well, Bitcoin is. SPY is in the abyss trying to come back. In the abyss, another 1% day today for SPY? Maybe. We'll see. Let's go, Sock Monkey. Come on now. Beautiful. Why is BKYI just chilling here, guys? We need boomskis. It's Friday. We need weekend monies, guys. What is going on? Come on. Come on. Go. I know, right, Eddie? Come on now. Good job, the money, right? 85, 88. Good job, right? So closer to that 80 cents was your spot, right? Closer was your spot. Now we retested. Let's see if we can break above that previous high again, and then go from there. Jason says, "Yo, want me to get out so I can go?" We want you to make monies, Jason. That's what we want. We want you to make monies. So you should be green on this position, right? Well, 2 cents from the highs of the day, so you should be green. Once you're happy with your gains, then you can get out. So the thing can fly, fly. THAR is unhalted and at the highs of the day. 105. This thing does move like it has a super heavy float, doesn't it? But the float is 5.6 million, so it's not that big of a float. Is it halted up? Oh, oh wow, look at that. MTC. Was it you asking this morning, Jason? Look at it. This is why this thing is on the watch list. Right? Because it does this again. This is the third day now. This is the third day it's done this, right? Like out of nowhere, boomskis. And we're still chilling on 105 here with BKYI. So not that much of a rally. But if you need to put a stop loss in there, guys, just make sure you have one. Right? The danger sometimes with playing with these stocks stalling is the longer the stall, the more annoyed people get, right? So for now, we need more boomskis here. BKYI, more boomskis. There we go. 108, 109. There we go. Come on, give us a brand new high. So we just tap the highs of the day again and then drop back down. So that kind of looks like a double top, doesn't it? Right. So we need more there this week. Congrats. Yup. MTC's been the stock of the week. Obviously, it ran 700% 2 days ago, and then went from -30% to +50% yesterday, right? And today it's trying to do the same thing. So stock of the week, MTC. I think saved a lot of people from a rubbish week. Yeah, saved a lot of people from a rubbish week, which is good. Which is good. Yeah, this one's gonna need to break above $1.10, it seems. Alrighty. Yep. Let me pull that up as well. RUBI basically. So whoever was watching RUBI, right? RUBI did the exact same thing we expected it to do, right? Test the 200 EMA, and then drop again. So RUBI's gonna need to break above that level. MTVA is just consolidating, right? Like it's not doing anything bad, but it's also not doing anything good. Just consolidating, right? MSGM, meh, right? All the way down to the abyss. So the good thing about RUBI is that it's not giving up though, so it's fighting that 200 EMA. Fighting. Bitcoin's doing a good job holding above the 100K mark, actually. Doing a good job. Yeah, let me take a look at THAR. Because this one's already had one halt. Again, nothing crazy. It's up 18%, 19%. Right? Nothing crazy, but done okay. BKYI is back to retesting again, so let's see if it consolidates around $1 here. The price action on this thing is a little bit annoying. That's kind of what we've gotten used to this week. Right? Something looks good, and then all of a sudden it doesn't look good. Yeah, I wouldn't call that I would not call that support yet, McGregor, until it consolidates. Alrighty, so I think you're more likely to see support at like 98 cents more than $1, just because it's been tested once already. Alrighty, so that 98 level, yeah, see if we can stay above it. Oh, that's a nice pop for BTC. AZI, what's your question for AZI? What's your question here? Are you in a position, Omar? Let me know. AZI is definitely trending down, right? So definitely trending down there. So just be careful. Alrighty. So your support for AZI is closer to 13 cents. So if you're in a position, watch that 13 cents. If it breaks below, you're gonna have some more room to the downside. Cool. So it looks like BKYI bounced up that 98 cents. You can already tell this thing is gonna be annoying today, but it still looks like the best name, right? So even though MTC with a nice pop, like stuff like this is nice if you're in a position, like if you catch the perfect bottom, because that was a nice bottom, right? If you catch it, it's amazing, right? But sometimes these charts are also very dangerous because the next candle could be a big red candle as well, right? So charts like BKYI definitely look better. They just need to perform, right? The volume needs to come in. Yeah, it's a penny stock though, right, Shim? It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like that. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, 105. Can we go? Can we go? MTC still halted. Took the gains, Jason. Okay, Jason is out, guys. Jason is out. So what does that mean? Boomskis. I'm kidding. Good job, Jason. Well done. I like that. Yeah, 86. Yep. Anybody that got in closer to 85 to 80 cents, that was a good spot to be getting in at, right? And if you're realizing that it's stalling here and you're like, you know what, let me take my gains, there's nothing wrong with that either, right? But I like to leave Jason behind, you know? Here we go, 107. Come on, leave Jason behind. Can we break above this stupid resistance? Yeah. This is why people like Jason and others are selling, right? Because they can see that it's clearly stalling there. That's always going to happen. But if we break out, Jason's going to, you know, 277. Okay, sounds good. Here we go, 107. We're counting every penny. Thank you, Jason. Exactly. Come on, you hear this, Mr. Stock? Jason is out. What does that mean to you? Mr. Stock is like, I don't care. I don't care. Right? Again, that's resistance. Not only is Jason selling, you're gonna see a whole bunch of people selling in that range. So we're gonna need to break above that level if this stock wants to cook. Alrighty, we're gonna need to. With Jason or without Jason, other people are gonna be selling in that spot, so it needs to break above it. Yeah, exactly, Blake. Yeah, see, Pappy sold as well, right? 92 to 105, right? So it's not just Jason selling, it's everybody else that's looking at this and they're like, what's happening? How come you no break? Right? They take their gains. And then once we break out, those same people FOMO again. And then the stock flies, right? Come on, BK. You can do it. We believe in you. Okay? There we go. 108. Break it, break it, break it, break it, break it, break it, break. Yeah, Pappy. So you're trying to scalp it back. Good. Yeah. There we go. 108. There we go. 109. So we've tested 109 for the third time now. For the third time. Maybe the third time's the charm? Yes, it is. Yeah. As soon as you sell, it will rocket. Well, no, Jason is the one we wanted. uh I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So again, we need to break and close above that range, guys. If that thing wants to run, alrighty, we need to break and close above it. There we go. 110 again. Okay, can we start pushing towards like breaking 110? Can we do that? Ridiculous. This price action is so stupid, isn't it? Like if this was a different day, we would have broken this level 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago we would have broken this resistance and gone boom skis. The float is 5 million. It's not 100 million. It's five, right? And the volume is almost 200 million. So some ridiculous price action. Maybe it doesn't help though that MTC is a crackhead. It doesn't help that every day MTC shows up and it's like, hey, I run these streets, you know. So that takes away some of the volume. But this stock is impressive. That's the second day now it's gone from red to green. Crazy, huh? Sheesh. Goodness. That does definitely doesn't help. Right? So we're still chilling at 107, 108 here for BKYI. So make sure at the very least, guys, you have a good stop loss, right? And if you're taking your gains like Jason, there's nothing wrong with that because you can see that it's stalling. Cool. We obviously want it to break, but we don't control the markets. Otherwise, we'd be going boom skis every day of the week. So, yeah, I'm gonna drop a line there actually. That line usually goes to 110. MTC, so much money, it's ridiculous. They know how to play the stock well. Yeah, see, that's the thing that we really don't know what's going on there, Bilal. Right? We really don't know what's going on there. Is it the shorts covering? Is it the company? Right? Who knows? Yeah, nice little curl for this one. But again, as annoying as this looks, guys, this is still the best looking chart, isn't it? Right? Like BKYI is still the best looking chart. Um, yeah. So if that thing could just break out, that would be nice. We would appreciate that, and we would say thank you. You know. Hey, Jason is out. Just a reminder, you know? Just a reminder. Yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again. Is that a block? Yeah, there's a block of 110 there. Okay. Yeah, so that 110 is a bit of a problem. Still a bit of a problem, right? The reason I say that is because MTC is just a crackhead, right? MTC is wild. That thing is going to be all over the place. So you have to scalp it in and out, right? In and out, in and out, in and out. So it looks like it's retesting the 200 EMA there, which is good. Is that thing halted though? Is MTC halted? Doesn't look like it's. No, it's not halted. Just the price action there seems a bit suspicious. Okay. So we made brand new highs at 112, right? For BKYI. Look at that. Look at that annoying price action, right? So $1.10 is clearly a problem. Is AZI done? Yeah, again, AZI's on that downtrend. So the only time you can play with AZI is if it breaks above that downtrend. Alrighty, that thing does not look good at all. The only saving grace here maybe for you if you're in a position is that your next support is 12 cents and it's kind of sitting at 12 cents there. Ready? If MTC curls off that 200 EMA and breaks above that $3, everybody's gonna forget about BKYI. Because we're playing in that silly range. Silly range. Can I share your ribbon indicator? It's called the bull bear algo. $104. So yeah, MTC is doing a good job of retesting and holding, which is nice. MSGM, yeah. Again, this is the problem when you fail to reclaim that 200 EMA. Usually, the stock just goes to the abyss, right? So, lots of weakness here on MSGM. Weakness. Is the market still bouncing? Yeah, kind of. Right. So is Bitcoin. If Bitcoin can consolidate above 100K, we might have hit the bottom for the markets for now. Good little scalp, Scuba. Good job. Can you take a look at HLLY? Showed up on your screen here today, slowly moving up. Chris, sure. Sure. HLLY. This one was on the scanner today. Yeah. Chris, it looks like you're testing a double top here, triple top actually. We can call that level 365, so you're going to need some dip skis here. When I say consolidate, I basically just mean like, finding support, right? Multiple candles holding that specific range, whether that's above or below, is what I'm referring to. Looking to sell. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, smooth. Yeah, that's a good plan. Yeah. Come on, BKYI. Give us something. Again, this chart is pretty annoying, isn't it? Right? Pretty annoying. But you can still see the levels though. More consistent than anything else we're looking at. Because everything else, like MTVA, is still just stalling. Right? It doesn't look bad, it doesn't look good. Just stalling. RUBI is just the crackhead brother of MTC, and MTC, this one's a quick scalpy. Scalp and run. Because that thing will undress you. And then yeah, no, Holly doesn't look too bad. You just have resistance, Chris, at 375. So you're gonna need a breakout. Cool. And then the other one we had on there was THAR. And so that one kind of came back for a retest, and then trying to push back to for $5. Yeah. Bilal is like, you know what? This market's slow. What's the plan for the weekends? Rest, and exercise. That's it, Bilal. What about you? Rest and exercise. Come on, BK. What are you gonna do? Yeah, sounds fun. That sounds fun. Here we go. Come on. Again, closer to. Let's see where this candle closes. See where this candle closes. We need to get back above that 9. Otherwise, that supply zone that it's creating, there's going to be a problem. So again, like I said earlier, you can see the level on this one, right? So this one's the more consistent one because you can see the level. You can look at this chart and you can say, hey, these two white lines, resistance and support, right? Look at that. It came back down and it's bouncing again, right? So that's been the good thing about this one, even though it's super annoying. That should have been green, but market, yep, exactly, Bilal, exactly. Exactly. Come on, BKYI, come on. What do we need to do? Like, we need to beg you to go? Sheesh. Unbelievable. As he's retesting 13. Okay. Yeah, so you have that little support at 12 cents there. Hopefully it stays above it. Ready? Hopefully it stays above that. Yeah, you can see like MTVA just consolidating above the 200 EMA, so it's not a bad thing. The volume doesn't seem to be coming in quite yet though, so maybe at some point it will. Potentially. THAR is looking good again, right? Slow and steady. Slow and steady. And then 520 there for resistance. And we're just going back and forth here, guys, for BKYI, right? Was just chilling at the level that Jason sold at. So I blame Jason for this. He sold and he marked the yeah. That thing needs to go now or never, right? Now or never. Yeah, you can see the wicks at the bottom of the candles. So it's clearly fighting off the bottom there, but also there isn't a whole bunch of buying coming into the upside. So that's the downside here. But again, it's still fighting though. Look at that. Fight. There we go. Oh! Can we hold it? Can we hold, guys? Can we hold? 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 Come on. Let's see. Where's that candle at? Can't see. We need to hold above that 110, guys. We haven't really done it yet, so that candle needs to close above. Needs to. We're still just going sideways in that little range here. Come on, it's time to cook, guys. It's Friday. Let's cook. If we don't cook on Friday, when do we cook? When does the barbecue start, guys? Come on. Yeah, Ross says you're welcome. Sorry, I also sold. That's okay, Blake, right? That's okay. So again, that's why we keep saying like, BKYI is the most consistent name is because you can see the levels, right? You can actually see it. Whereas for like MTC, you can see crackhead behavior, right? You can see crackhead all over that thing. MSGM, you can't really see anything there, right? RUBI, sister crackhead or brother crackhead, right? AZI, son crackhead, right? And then for BKYI, you can see, the good, the good. So we finally broke above, and there we go, guys. Boom, boom. Look at that. Boom skis, guys. Boom. What did we say? We said boom. Ooh, wee. Boom skis. There we go. Did we say we were going to leave Jason behind, guys? Did we say we were going to leave Jason behind? Jason? Did we say we were going to leave Jason behind? Sorry, Jason. Anyways, don't forget to take gains on the way up, guys, or move those stop losses higher. It almost feels like we need to break above $1.25. I'm going to leave that line at $1.20, though. Out at 19 to 119. Good job. Hey, always, I like looking at your backsides anyways. Sounds good. No, I'm kidding. Type yes in the chat if you're still in or you made monies in BKYI. Type yes in the chat. Type yes in the chat if you're still in there or you made monies in BKYI. Because 111. Okay. You made monies in Seoul, Lil. Good job. Well done. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Yup. You made monies out. Let's go, Sandra. Good job. Yeah, now we need to close above or we need to come back and retest $1.10. Alrighty? We need to close above $1.20 or we need to come back and retest $1.10. The breakout, right? Usually when a level is this strong, we somehow come back and retest it. So it would be nice if we broke above $1.20, obviously, but yeah. So stay green, everybody. Stay green. Don't make me find you. Again, other than this one, guys, there's nothing else we can look at and say, oh, this looks nice. This looks like it's following a pattern, right? This is the only one, right? Everything else is trying to scam the hell out of you. So BKYI is our son today, Or we can call it the baby today. There you go, Matt. 120. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Andy, good jobs. Make sure you're not delayed, Andy. 121, 122. The high of the day is 123. Alrighty, so you can see that supply zone there. We're kind of stalling up there, right? So we shall see if we can get a breakout. See if we can get a breakout. That was a nice pop, wasn't it? You're in a 90. Well done. Well done. Well done. Yup. 121. Here we go. 123. You can do it. So again, that supply zone is, yeah, there we go. Here we go. Now, unable to hold, obviously, right? So we do need to break and hold. Yeah. But this is the only, predictable, consistent looking stock for now, right? Everything else, way too suspicious. Way too suspicious. Good job, Ebo. Well done. 103 to 120 to 122. That was a very good scalp. Very good scalp. Is that a thing? Huh, interesting. The second name on the stream title always cooks. We need to pay attention to that then. I don't know if that's true or not true, but we need to pay attention to that. The second name on the stream title always cooks. Again, you can clearly see that resistance, guys. Right? The supply zone, the red zone. Those candles really struggling to hold above $1.20. So at some point, we need to come back and retest $1.10 or close above that 120 and then fly. Cool? Cool. Good job, good job, good job, everybody. Good job. At least at least we can make some monies there. So we're still kind of chilling at 120 here. So still chilling at the 120, 121. You can do it. You can do it. Uh, hmm. Come on. Mm, 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 mm. So clearly that level is a bit of a problem here for us. Clearly. Okay. Define what's your question? Sid. Scalp and scaled out. 97, 107, 3.3% gains. Monies. I like it. I like it. So Sid, you couldn't wait for $1.22. You had to follow Jason? Really? Unbelievable. I'm kidding. Good job, Don. Well done. That's a nice scalp. It's a very nice scalp. Let's go. Let's go, Dan. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good morning. I was about to message you. Like, Dan, what do you think this is? You could just take a day off? Huh? What are you doing today, Dan? Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Mm, yeah. Good job. That's a good scalp. Well done. Another good scalp there. 20% scalp. Yeah, everybody had a nice scalp from closer to $1 or closer to 80 cents, right? To above $1 or $1.20. A lot of you guys are selling in the 120 range, which is nice. Nicer than anyways. No, 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 no. Austin, you're probably looking for 110 now. Alrighty. So $1.30 is our next little obstacle there for this one. So we're gonna need to break above that little spot. Alrighty. Gonna need to. I'm gonna drop another line at $1.30, just for nothing else. with all my chest. Yeah. Usually not kidding. Honeydew list, the wife is on your butt. Sounds good, Dan. Have a wonderful day. Be safe, and have a wonderful weekend as well. And we'll see you next week. Honeydew list. The wife is on my butt. Okay, so okay, $1.30. Our next little resistance here. No, 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 no. Can we break above $1.30, guys? Can we get more boomskis? 100% is not good enough. Not good enough. I know, right, Rob? I know. There we go. Yup. So again, $1.30 is our next resistance, guys. We know that. If we can clear that level, then we're potentially looking for $1.50. Not yet, Dad. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. So we failed at $1.30 for now. People are going to be taking gains at levels like that. So that's really not a surprise. Is anything else looking good, guys? No, right? Like we said earlier, like nothing else. Everything else is a crackhead stock. Like everything else. MTVA is still just holding that 200 EMA, which is good. Maybe at some point, someone's going to look at that and buy a whole bunch. and it's gonna pop maybe if it stays above that 200 EMA. So everything else looks super suspicious. At least we have one stock that follows the levels, Yeah. So you can kind of look at $1.20, but I don't quite trust that level quite, yet because we haven't tested it, right? So that retest most likely $1.10. Yeah. You sent me an email, Dina. Okay, sounds good. I'll take a look at some point. What's your question? Can I answer your question here, or do I need to look at the email? So again, you can kind of see why we don't trust that 120 level yet, right? Because it hasn't really been tested. So it needs to consolidate above that level, and then we can say, hey, we trust it, right? Alrighty. It is trying though. Obviously, I'd like for it to stay above that level. Prefer for it to stay above that level, obviously. Okay. Yogi, did you make some of that money back on BKYI? Where's Yogi? The Discord's rubbish. No, so streams, no. We do educational stuff, and honestly, that educational stuff alone is gonna be amazing for you, Dina. Just the educational videos alone. So those are all recorded in Discord, right? But we don't stream in Discord, right? We stream here, and then we go back to Discord, and we type and alerts and this, right? So okay, sounds good, Yogi. Sounds good. Sounds good. Come on, give us that curl, or just go back down and retest. Yep. Yup, Ajoya. Yup. Yup. Exactly. Exactly. Get your reading glasses out and come join us. Don't make me find you. Ajoya says, best trading Discord. I've learned so much and so grateful. Let's go, Ajoya. Ajoya was spamming this thing, by the way, in Discord in the 80s and below, right? So again, stuff like that is more, is very beneficial, right? When yup. So you could have benefited really nicely from this. So again, don't forget to smash the like, guys, if you haven't already, please, and thank you. Hit that subscribe if you're new, and if you're not a member yet and you do want to join us in Discord, click that link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot, and come join us. Just don't sign up for the level that says sold out. Cool. Do you see what I mean though? Like MTVA looks interesting, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Like it's just chilling, chilling like a villain, right? MTVA just chilling like a villain, right? And we said someone's gonna look at that and say, hey, you know what, let me try it, right? The only problem is, again, that lack of volume. The lack of volume, right? The lack of volume, it's not quite pushing with enough, like violence, but it has done a good job holding the base there though. BKYA, guys, is coming down to retest, right? So that $10 retest, surprised? No, not really. It more of an expectation, right? Right, so more of an expectation there. So we break out, we expect to come back and retest that level, right? We expect to come back and retest that level. Yeah. Yeah. Taha, what's your question for NVIDIA? Are you looking for an entry? Let's go, Dan. Money's if you're willing to roll your sleeves up and get dirty. Yep, I agree. I absolutely agree, Dan. So as long as you're willing to put in the work, you will succeed. Succeed. Felix, is it trying to recover? It's trying to, right? So stay above $1.65, please. If it breaks below that level, Mm-mm. There you go. NVIDIA. Do, 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 do. Okay. Here we go. So we came all the way down to $1.12, guys, and then now we're bouncing back up for BKYA, right? Trying to. So closer to $1.10. That's a better level, right? A better level. Yeah. 165. Wonder if it's a good time to buy you. So you're wanting to buy some more then? Let me take a look. MTVA. It's trying to, right? Trying to. I mean, that's a nice drop on Nvidia, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, if Nvidia is a long term play for you, every time we test the 200 EMA, doesn't seem like a horrible level, does it? Right? So scaling a bit more, right? So if you look at that white line, right? Look at this white line, right? Nvidia's kind of sitting there. You notice that every time we test or break below that level, it becomes a nice opportunity. This was April. April is always going to be a bit of a, nasty drop there, but for the most part, so scaling slowly if you're interested, right? MTVA is testing $1 now. Testing the $1. That thing said, "Hey, here I am. Testing $1." 117. Welcome, Jason. No, Jason. Jason was a sacrificial lamb. Jason said, "Hey guys, I sacrificed for the family to win today. I sacrificed for you guys. Look at Ruby. Like I told, like Ruby is a crackhead. Sister crackhead, brother crackhead stock." But that thing actually gave you a nice double bottom of 2750 and then popped to the VWAP, right? All over the place, all over the place. So, anyways, we're back to retesting 120 for BKYI. So if you bought that dip closer to $1.20, you're green in that position for now. I hate to tell you. I hate to tell you, he says. I'm back in at 116. Okay, fine. Let's reclaim $1.20 then. Reclaim $1.20. That'll be the real test here. Yeah, no, that's a solid bounce for Ruby. You're gonna have resistance at the VWAP though. So 33, let's call it 33.40, 33.50. Alrighty. So you need to break above that level. Blake says I knew it. I knew it. That's why we stalled. No, again, so closer to $1.10, that was your retest. We knew that was coming at some point, right? Now we're trying to bounce back up. So give us the curl. There goes 120. Hello world. Yeah. Hilly? That thing looked okay. There goes 121. So that looks nice. Looks okay. Nice little bounce, right? Surprise, surprise. Not really. Not really. And Jason is back to green. So Jason is smiling. Good job, Jason. Can we go back to $1.30 for Jason? Can we do it? Yeah, right. We can do it. There we go. There we go. 124. The only downside now is that supply zone that's in there, right? But again, you can see that this chart is predictable, right? More predictable than the other ones. As soon as we say that, it's gonna turn around and be a crackhead stock. But for now, it's been more. Yup, I knew it. Shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that. But anyways, yeah, that supply zone is gonna be a bit of an obstacle, so we need to get back above that. Alrighty. So we're kind of stuck in between a demand and a supply zone. Where can you find the invite link to Discord? You have to become a member first on YouTube before you get the invite link. So if you want to join us, click that link from Nightbots. Alrighty, become a Legend member, a Legend Pro, not the level that says sold out, do not buy anything else. Once you do, then you get the link. Alex, yes, in the education channel. Mm, 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 mm. That's the video where we explain the whole grammar theory. Yeah. Anyways, yep. There's a video somewhere in the education section that explains EMAs. We need to thrust. I know, right? Hype. Hey, we promised to thrust at 150. Okay, can you get to 150 so we can thrust? Not give it advice. I know, Randy. Just go up. Just go up, please. MTVA. Yep. Right. So again, like that MTVA bottom looked nice. It just looked way too interesting, right? So 93 cents. Now you're sitting at 99. Nothing crazy, but you can see it trying. Only if that thing had some nice volume, that thing would be testing that VWAP right now. Testing the VWAP if it had some good volume. So not horrible. Randy says be angry with it. To 118. We'd rather be above $1.20, Mr. BKYI. You hear that? But again, some of you guys are taking your profits already. Most of you guys have taken profits on this, so that's good, right? So if you bought this thing in the 80s again, good jobs. Ready? That was a nice retest of that bottom there. And then a nice breakout, nice boomski, right? So this stock has been good. Ready? So maybe it wants to give us a bit of a double bottom of $1.10, and then we'll go from there. No, 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 no. I just bought you do not yeah, no, Burley, you're gonna have to upgrade, right? If you get that membership, that's okay. Just go back and upgrade already. It's only gonna charge you the difference. So just go back to the same link and upgrade to a legend level or above, and then you should be good to go. We're just chilling here around 120, guys. Just chilling. Again, I'd rather be consolidating above $1.20 than below. So get above, please. Don't make me send ice to your building. Okay, BK, get back above 120. Like yesterday, I think so. Is that a threat? Is that a threat? Legends, yeah. So Legends, Legend Pro, the Gold VIP, one of those levels. Any level that doesn't say sold out. So again, that retest zone was $1.10. So we need to stay above $1.10. I know, right, Kevin? Seriously. Do better. Do better. 117. Yeah, so we're just kind of playing games for now. I mean, that's what the stock has done the entire time, anyways. So that's really nothing different. MTC isn't really doing much, but it is kind of consolidating. We know this thing likes to pretend that it's not moving and then fat candle. So yeah, BKYI is still the more presentable stock. MSGM is still curling. So whoever was asking earlier, that's a nice curl, isn't it? It's a good job if you got into that. Cool. Um, yeah. So NVDA is just kind of chilling at the bottom there. RUBI couldn't break out. Again, is this a surprise, guys? It really isn't, right? At this point, we kind of know these stock like the back of our hands for the most part. That VWAP is always going to be resistance. Ready? And then we're still kind of struggling between to break above $1.20 here for BKYI. Do not touch the like. Can I touch it, please? Can I touch? Do not touch. But what if I want to touch it? Is it struggling? MTVA? I don't think I'd call that struggling, right? Not struggling. It just doesn't have the volume. Yeah. Here we go though. Right? It's trying. It's trying. It's trying. Fighting, fighting, fighting. Fighting, fighting, fighting. La 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 la. Okay. U.S. army to buy at least 1 million drones in the next 2 to 3 years. La 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 la. Maybe some drone stocks are gonna run at some point then. Maybe. So again, we always had our eye on MTVA just because that chart looks so nice at the bottom, right? Yeah. If you bought MTVA on in the low 90s there, type yes in the chat. It's not a big gain, right? It's nothing crazy, but that was a really nice gamble off the bottom there. BKYI is still teasing us with those candles, right? Up and down, up and down. We're back to 17. Look at that, 117, 118, right? Like, it's just doing the same thing it was doing back then at 109, right? Just back and forth. So, and there it goes again, 118, right? Just annoyance is what that thing is. Annoyance. 96. Okay. Yeah. You bought 1K shares on MT. Yeah. Well, hopefully that thing can at least go back up and test the view out there. Cool. Hopefully. And here we go again. Do they have news? A rec? I don't see anything. Let me take a look. No, there's no news on that today. No news. There goes 119 again, guys. BKYI, right? So again, this is still our favorite stock, right? Still our favorite stock. It just likes to annoy us, is all. How do I find the Discord on the membership? If you sign up for the wrong level, Burley, you're gonna have to upgrade to the legend level before you get the link to find us in Discord. Ready? You got out and it popped. Thank you, Jason. Jason says, "See, I got out and it pops. Thank you." Look at this, guys. It's like clockwork, you know. Some people are just amazing team members. Amazing team members. That's the right word, you know? Yeah, that's the right phrase. There, look at that, guys. Look at that. Yeah, come on. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's do it again, okay? Let's do it again. A team player. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. You made so good. Okay, sounds good. Good, good, good. At least you got out with the monies. You got the legends. Okay, sounds good. I don't see the memberships don't show up for me on my end. So, um, Burley, welcome. This is your invite link at the bottom of the chat. So click the yellow link. Follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. If you sign up for the right level. If you didn't, it's not gonna work. If you did, use that link at the bottom there. Follow the instructions with the right email, same Gmail email you're paying with on YouTube, and it's gonna connect you. There we go. Come on now. Can we get back to to $1.30? Are we asking for too much? Not really, right? Not really. A rec is popping now. A rec is popping there. But it doesn't have any news. DP. No news. Again, if you bought the dip on BKYI, type yes in the chat. If you bought the dip skis, type yes in the chat. Just be aware that that supply zone is going to be your problem. That red zone is there for a reason. The green zone, green go, red no go, right? So you do not buy in the red zone, please. I will slap you. Alrighty. I kind of like this. Like it's super slow, super slow. You can at least scalp 5 cents out of this. You can at least scalp 5 cents out of this. Slow. Yeah, see? Most of you guys got in like closer to 115 or below that or close to that. Right? So you can see the supply zone there. We need to break above it. It still looks good to me. Right? At least we're back and playing with $1.20, so we need to consolidate above that. But at least it's slow and you can scalp something out of it. You know what I mean? There goes 122. Okay, we need to go. Just go, go, go. Ruby's looking good again, isn't it? Yep. Ruby, MTC, not so much. This one, yeah, needs more volume there. MSGM failed at the 50 EMA, and BKYI is still the more consistent looking stock. Diego, yeah. Dina, we mentioned it so many times, Dina. So many times, so many times. Yeah, so many times. Jason says I'm so annoyed. uh, yeah, so annoyed. He says, "Don't worry, Jason. We will. We appreciate you. You're the best." There we go. See, every time I say Jason is the best, the stock goes up. uh, okay, can we get some proper volume on this? Like, what is this? That red zone is yeah, that red zone's being annoying them. Well, you want me to say the red zone, Dina, and then you buy and then red? Jason, you the best. Look at that. Green. Yeah. Look at that. What do you mean? Good job, Ron. Yeah. Not a bad scalp, right? Like it's nothing crazy, but something. Ruby's looking nice though, isn't it? Yeah, Ruby's looking nice. Maybe Ruby is taking away some of the volume. Nice pop. 35. 35. Ruby. I know some of you guys are holding Ruby in the chat, so good job on that. Good jobs on that. BKYI guys was still in that same range. That's what this stock does, right? It pisses you off and then it gives you monies. So we're just gonna keep playing around with that same spot there. And then for Ruby, watch for 35, 35, 50 if you're in there. Can you please update us? We're yet to get the boom skis. Jason sold, Mr. BK. So we need the boom skis from the Jason sell. I mean, we did get a bit of a boom ski, but we need more boom ski. We need more boom ski. Jason sold. How many times do I need to say it? There we go. Jason sold. More boom ski, please. 125 is not good enough. Jason sold. There we go. It's working. 126. Anyways, so yeah, just be aware of that supply zone. Alrighty. Jason sold. Jason sold. Jason is out. Yeah, again, that supply zone is acting as some nice resistance there. So we're going back and forth. Back and forth. Good, Jason. Good. Good. 122, 123. Again, that's what I mean, right? Look at that. 126, 127, right? Like this stock is the best looking stock, not because it's flying, but because like it's predictable. You know what I mean? Right? Like it's predictable, the levels are easier, like it's so much nicer to manage, isn't it? Right? Everybody's green on this stock. Whether you bought the last high, you're green. Well, maybe not the last high, but you know what I mean, right? So everybody's green on this. So that's his good. We need to break above $1.30 though. Here we go, guys. 129. So highs of the day test. High of the day test. Can we get a breakout? 128. Come on. Jason is the best. Hi, playing it today. Little scalps add up. Good, Sid. Good. Yeah, I like it. 129. Going once. Going twice. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. So make sure you're moving those stop losses up, guys, or you're scaling out at a double top, right? Whatever you need to do, make sure you're doing it. Cool. At the very least, you're moving your stop losses up. If you go red on this position, I'm gonna say congratulations. And you're gonna know what to say after that. Ready? So we do need to break that double top for more. Up 800 demon. Ooh, look at that. $800. Beautiful. Beautiful scalp. Sky is out at 128 as well. Yeah, see, when you're wondering why we're failing at these levels, guys, is because people like Demon and Sky are looking at this and saying, "Hey, that's a double top. Let me sell it." Right? So, and a whole bunch of people are doing it too. Right? There's nothing wrong with that at all. So, good job, Randy. Good job. Good jobs. Good jobs. I like it. Looks like Ruby failed at that supply zone or failing at that supply zone. MSGM looks like garbage. Like garbage. MTVA guys is still holding that 200 EMA, so that's okay. But the best stock today is still BKYI. The best looking stock. Still BKYI. 28 instead. Let's go. Low Doc. How come you're not a member, Low Doc? I think you are a member. You just have a different account. If you're not, go sign up. Don't make me find you. I'm gonna send eyes to you over the weekend. Okay? Go sign up. Good job. Uh yep, exactly. Exactly. No, people are definitely taking gains, obviously, at the resistance. A demon? Okay, sounds good. Here we go again, guys. 128. Going once, going twice. Come on. Damn. Can the people stop selling at resistance, guys? Can they stop selling at resistance so we can go boom skis? Can they stop it? Yeah. 128. Going once, going twice. Going once. Okay. Oh, we're gonna get a fat green candle, huh? Are we gonna get a fat green candle? Like a boomski candle above $1.30? Is that what's coming? Or what? Right? That's what I mean. Can we get one of those candles? I'll take a look at MTC in a second. 128. Going once, going twice, and sold to Jason. uh right, Demon? Yeah. Sold to Jason. Is MTC dead? What's your entry price in this, McGregor? You should not be in this position, right? We said this so many times that you can't really trust MTC because it's a crackhead stock, right? Come to BKYI instead. Come to BK Habibi. Come to BKYI. Come on, Habibi. And then you decided to go with the crackhead. You got in at 260. What's your stop loss? Habibi, come to BKYI instead. There we go. Habibi, come to BKYI. Come on. There we go. Instead, you decided to go with the crackhead. Mm-mm. So let's see if we can close above this level. Alrighty. uh, there we go. See if we can close above that 130 and then go from there. Thanks, Jason. You're the bestest. No, that's okay, Jay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That is okay. There we go. Again, the annoying thing about the stock is how slow it is, you know? We want to see a breakout and we want to see boom skis. Super slow, but still done really well, right? If you got in closer to a dollar, like you're up 30%, that's impressive. That's very nice. I know we're used to the, yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go. Alrighty. 133. Okay. A couple of times, not much, but today's shopping was covered. Good, Blake. Good job. I like it. Is Nvidia dropping because the S&P is dropping more? Oh yeah, we're dropping. Yeah, look at that. SPY's getting destroyed there. Another minus 1% day. Bitcoin's actually doing a really good job. Hmm, that's interesting. MTVA still looks good, guys, if you're still in this, right? So we mentioned this one holding that 200 EMA. MTVA looks good still. So again, we're slowly getting closer to that VWAP. Very slow because of the lack of volume. But if you're in this, at least you're making a few pennies. Are you still in those puts, spikes? Oh, I think that was Sock Monkey in those puts at the open. Yeah. My mom's watching. Behave yourselves. Hey chat, behave please. Let's make money. Alrighty. So again, yeah, watch that VWAP there. So that's gonna be your next resistance, right? That 200 EMA was quite nice though. The way this thing was consolidating at the bottom, it made it really nice for an educated gamble. So that was perfect. Our favorite stock guys hasn't changed. BKYI, right? So we've been liking this one since the very bottoms, right? So especially that break above $1.10, right? That was quite nice. So if you're still in BKYI, type yes in the chat. It goes 136. 136. You almost want to get it pushed to 140 and then retest 130 there, just so it looks a bit presentable. Good job, everybody. Good job. There you go. No, but I want to be. Good job. Tommy, good jobs. Right? Again, I hate that it's super, super slow, but that's also been the reason why we liked it, right? Because anybody can make monies in this, right? 135. Give us more, please. Give us more. So again, you should all be green in this position. You should all be green. All be green. Unless you just like don't like yourself and then you decided to FOMO 137, which even then you're still okay. But so if you're green on that position, make sure you're moving those stop losses up. All right. Because some of you guys are still in closer to $1.15, right? So move those stop losses up, especially on a Friday. Make sure you walk away with some gains, please. Ready? Make sure you walk away with some monies so you can enjoy the Friday, you know? I don't know what you do on Fridays. I don't want to judge. I know Jason goes to that building where like the music is really loud and anyways, and there's thrusting happening in the building, but I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Anyways, but yeah, so let's see if we can stay above $1.30 and then go from there. Here we go, 136. 137. See, even if you bought at 137, you're still okay. Can you give me 150? We split the monies, demon. Yes, give us 150. Give us 150. There goes 137. Yeah, 138. Okay, okay, okay. I like it. I like it. Burleys, there you go. Welcome. Yeah, I can see that you're in Discord now. Well done. Welcome to the community. When will be a nice entry point, Jason? You missed two, right? You missed the 80s. You missed a break above $1. You missed a retest of 110-ish. Now we're at 135, and you're like, what's a nice entry? Carlos, come join us in Discord. Ready? In 100 years, in 100 years, Carlos, 200 years, your grandkids are gonna look back and say, okay, what did my granddad leave me? You know how other people were becoming, buying land, you know, leaving businesses behind, becoming hot trades members and making monies, Your kids are gonna look back and say, what did Daddy Carlos leave us? He left us with nothing because he didn't want to become a member. Do yourself a favor, please. Otherwise, your grandkids are gonna say, congratulations, granddad, you played yourself. Alrighty? Do better. Cool? Cool. I'm kidding, by the way. Some of us work. Jay, did I tell you to quit your job? You didn't listen, did you? Anyways, 137. Yes, yes. Erica. Yes. Granddad left us with the Hot Trades membership. Yeah, exactly. Uh yeah. Yep, there you go, Demon. There you go. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyways, there you go, Martin. Martin got in at 95 cents, right? So, for example, if you're still in closer to $1, type yes in the chat. If your entry is still closer to $1, like not $1.20, like not above $1.10, you know, you're out. Raymond, good job. High five. Right, look at that. Chloe's in at 95 cents, right? Kevin's at $1, 96 cents, right? 120. Dina, you did good, right? There you go. Jake, there you go. 88 cents. Felix, 88. Look at that, right? 105, 99, 88 cents, 105. Vena's in closer to $1, right? So, and then Carlos is like, hello, I'm here, guys. When do I buy? Carlos, do yourself a favor, please. Yeah? While other people were buying at 87 cents, you were busy being useless. Anyways. Oh, sorry. Sid's mom is watching. We have to be nice. We have to be nice. Raven says, good morning. Should I buy now? I'm kidding, guys. All for fun. Alrighty. We You're in the UK and you logged in late, and yeah, and you still made monies, right? There you go. Again, the beauty of this stock is that it's been slow and predictable. You can kind of see that we're stalling here now, though, so make sure you have that stop loss in place, right? But this has been a good run, right? Nice, predictable, good run. You guys made Jason leave the chat. Where's Jason, guys? You guys drove Jason away because you guys were mean to him. Brad, no, I said do not. I said do not buy. Anyways, MTVA, this one's been nice, right? Again, super slow, but this was the spot. That was the 200 consolidation demand zone spot, right? Now you're testing that VWAP there. Hopefully it breaks above, but yeah. And there goes the drop, right? There goes the drop, right? So again, you could see the T-Rex, right? The stalling at the top like that, right? Not the spot to be buying. Alrighty. So now let's see if we can retest $1.20 because that was our last other breakout, right? So let's see if we can stay above this new demand zone now. Cool. So the last time we did this, we had a nice run to 130 and then we dropped to retest at 110 level. Now 120 would be our next level for potential consolidation. Alrighty. Cool. $1.20. 41. Kevin, good. You made monies, right? Green. Won't hold from yeah. in at 118, should I look to sell or sell only have? I wish I saw that question a little bit earlier, right? So when you're asking a question like that, the answer is usually sell half. Alrighty. You've been jumping in and out, Kezi? Yeah, I like that. Right? Scalp it. It's Friday. Right? Scalp it. 105 still green. There you go, Sam. Yeah, stay green. uh, do, 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 do. Yep. No, you could definitely see the T-Rex, right? Whenever you see that stalling at the top like that, it's usually a warning sign. Alrighty. So let's see if we can consolidate and stay above $1.20 then. Nvidia is still dropping surprisingly. Does that mean the S&P looks really weak? Bitcoin is actually holding 100K really well. That's usually a sign of potential market. Bitcoin usually predicts the market like well in advance, which is interesting. So we'll see. We'll see. Dang, look at BKYI. So again, this is why we said wait for consolidation, guys, right? Just because we're looking at $1.20 doesn't mean you jump in at $1.20. That consolidation is important. Right? We need to prove that it's actually holding that level. If not, then you just kind of leave it alone. Alrighty. So a nice 30% from $1 to $1.30 something, 40% for those of you, 50% for some of you, right? So nice gains on this one today. Yeah. Don't chase a falling knife, exactly. Right. This was a good run. Most of you made money on this. Righty. So now we need to consolidate somewhere else and see if we can push. MTVA, again, we've been talking about this one quite a bit, right? So super, super slow, super slow, super slow. But again, creeping up one penny at a time. One penny at a time. If you're holding MTVA, type yes in the chat. Yep, exactly, Winterfell, exactly. uh, Miss Tony, yeah. Let's see if Daddy Carlos, yeah, we're still dipping, guys. So again, let it dip and consolidate. This is why stop losses are important, right? Stop losses are important, right? So maybe we really just want to come back and retest that 110 again. Alrighty. So we'll see what this does. You just did now? Okay. Yup. A lot of blood on the streets. I wonder if we have more room to drop for the markets then. I wonder. Redness, redness, redness all over the place. Does anybody work at TD? Can you tell them to open my other account? Can you tell them to do some work? Anybody have friends that work at TD? Yeah. Tell them to do better. So we can take advantage of some dips, Don't tell me my mouse is dead again, guys. Dead again. It's kind of getting annoying. Okay. Okay. I know, right? It's TD. Andrew, I'm not sure what you're. Yeah. You just needs a new computer? No. I do. I need a mouse that can last. Yeah. Dead again. I know. Come on, Raven. Raven wants the 105 drop. Virus. Let's go. Let's go. Virus, are you still in Asia? Good morning. Good morning. I'm gonna need to plug this back in again. Okay, give me a second. Let me plug this in. Where are you, Virus? Beautiful market. Okay. Let me use the old mouse. There we go. The old mouse is back. The old mouse is back, guys. I like this mouse is working well today. Good. Anyways, so looking at some of these other names, Ruby. This mouse is overly sensitive. Ruby doesn't look that bad, does it? Right? You can clearly see though that there is resistance around 35 cents. So it's gonna need to break above that level. Alrighty. MTVA, look at that, guys. Is that perfect or what? Right? So MTVA basically just ran to the VWAP and then they slapped it. Right? So surprise, surprise, no. Right? That's usually the target, right? The VWAP. So ran it to the VWAP, stalled it a little bit, and then slapped it back down to the 200 EMA. So that's really not a surprise. Really not a surprise. Let's go. I want to look at the S&P again. What's everybody's price target for SPY on the way down? What's the price target? What's everybody expecting? 650, 660? Again, so BKYI, guys, this is the same level we bounced at last time, so it would be nice if we consolidated at that level. Alrighty, so 300s. The world would end if we went to 300s. Riot on the streets. 250. Oh my days, you guys are not nice. You guys are not nice. Unbelievable. So again, the last time BKYI was dipping, we bounced off this level right above $1.10. So let's see if we can do that again. Alrighty, even though you know, Raven is looking for that 200 EMA. It would be nice if it dropped to that level, right? But if we consolidate here, that's better. Yeah, 663. Yep. We shall see. Yep, exactly. So thinking us closer to 650 there maybe. We'll see. MTC is coming back a little bit, right? So McGregor, are you still in that position? Hopefully you are, because you're only down 10 cents now, right? Because that's MTC. MTC will go up and down like a crazy stock. Yeah. To get in, let's go. Yep. Can you imagine, Jason? Imagine the chaos. Jason, the chat would like to know: are you back in BKYI? You did? Lord have mercy, virus. Lord have mercy. Hopefully, at some point, that thing can move. Na 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 na. Hammerman in Discord, you'll learn more than that, right? So in Discord, you will have a community of people, you will have alerts coming through, you have breaking news, you will have a team behind you, right? Which is more important than someone telling you when to buy and sell or the night before, right? um sometimes too though, like guys, when you guys say like, oh, can you tell us what to buy the night before, like I wish like sometimes we do. Sometimes I wish I could tell you what to buy the night before, so it could go boom skis, right? It's just not how this stuff works. If there wasn't, if there was yeah, just not how it works, is it? Right? Tell me what to buy the night before, and then the next day we go boom skis. Right? So even if you showed up on stream today, right? And we were talking about BKYI and you bought closer to 80 or closer to a dollar, you still made 30%, right? That's a fire day, isn't it? Right? Now we're finding a base here. We're trying to consolidate above $1.10 for BKYI. Right? Yep. Yep, exactly. There we go. We're back to 119. Here we go again. 113. Ron. Good job. Good job. Good job. There you go, Jason. See? Jason is good at catching the bottoms at least. Then Jason sells and then we go boom skis. So Jason, you're selling on 119. At least you're yeah, 113 to 119. There you go, Jason. Jason doesn't care, right? And I like that. Little scalps here and there at predictable levels, right? Jason isn't saying, "Oh, dang it, I missed it, guys. I missed it. It went without me. I sold and it went boomski. Let me buy a 137." No, Jason doesn't do that, right? Jason takes it in like a champ and he says, "Husa," and then he buys the bottom and then he takes his 5 cents. 5 cents in and out, and then guess what? The stock says, "Oh, thanks, Jason. Thank you." Jason says, "You're welcome." Right? Jason is our hero today. He buys, we go up. He sells, we go even higher. uh, yeah, I would die if it went to 140. If this thing went to 140, the chat would roast you, Jason. Roast you. Ah, good job. Ah. Anyways, so at least we bounce up them, right? That's the second time now. So if you were looking for a second entry, that could have been a nice little scalp for you. Now we need to reclaim $1.20 and push. Yeah, Jalen 116. Oh, there you go. Right. So that's what I mean. Like BKYI has been so slow today. Everybody could have made money on this. Everybody, right? Everybody could have made monies on this. So everybody. You'll be like Jason today, Dina. That's okay. As long as you're making money, that's fine. Someone somewhere bought this thing at 137, guys, and they're holding a bag right now and they're praying. You know, yeah. You need to start with zero, Hammer. You need to start with zero and you need to learn, right? So you need to start with zero and paper trade and learn how the market works before you put real monies in there. Look at that. Mohammed says 4 trades, made $200. Happy for the weekend. Beautiful. That's a day's work, right? A day's work in the first 2 hours, right? And you're done for the day. Look at that. Now you can enjoy the rest of your day, right? That's the beauty of the markets. The beauty of the markets. You've been paper trading for some time, Hammer, and are you seeing some success? If you're seeing success, if you're paper trading, paper trade is a system, right? Paper trade is strategy. Don't just paper trade because you feel like paper trading. So then you can use real money and use that same strategy. Alrighty. So that's why a lot of people don't like paper trading, is because usually when you paper trade, it's you're just doing it because, and when you paper trade, you have to paper trade a reasonable amount of money that you're going to trade with for real, and you need to trade a system with the stop loss and blah blah blah, right? And then go from there. Yeah. Let me borrow 50. I know, right, Virus? Is Mohammed even a member? I don't know. Yeah, this 50 EMA at $1.20 is acting as a bit of an obstacle here for BKYI. Yeah. Yeah. Andrew? Yes? How can I help you? How can I help you? RUBI, you can clearly see the resistance on RUBI, guys, right? Yeah, that resistance was way too strong. The red means no go, right? When it's stalling in the red zone, you know you have a problem. And then slap. Yeah. Don't paper trade with $1 million account, exactly, Desmond, right? Exactly. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. That's not how you're going to trade for real. So it really is a waste of time. So again, $1.20 is resistance here again, like it was earlier today on BKYI. So that level needs to be broken. Alrighty. So those little scalps from Jason, they add up, right? $50 here and there, they add up. They add up. I keep asking you, would you buy, Andrew? I must be speaking Chinese. Um, hey Siri, can you say congratulations? You played yourself in Chinese.
Which do you prefer?
I prefer Cantonese.
Which do you prefer?
I say Cantonese, China mainland.
In Cantonese, congratulations, you played yourself is
恭喜你，你換咗自己。
Kong nene konchansi he, Andrew. Okay. Maybe that's the language I'm speaking and you don't understand it. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Kong nene konchansi he. Yeah. Now I just need the accent. Cool. So yeah, Andrew's mad because I'm not telling him to buy a stock. Andrew, we've mentioned this so many times from the very beginning. Unbelievable. Yes. Now I'm gonna ask you what your village dialect is, so I can roast you in that language. Alrighty, everybody. It is dropping to the 200, isn't it? We can see that little stalling at $1.20 there, so that's why I like those Jason scalps. Right. So let's see if we could test at 200 in the view app and stay above that level, because that's what Raven is looking for. But again, $1.10 ish is still support. Let's see if we can stay above that level. Ready? Cool. Sid, what's that? Is that a different language? Sorry, guys. Sorry. Again, Andrew, we're joking, by the way. Jamaican? Oh, that's your language? Okay. Don't worry. Your time will come, Sid. Your time will come. Yeah. Puts are cooking. Yeah, the markets are still getting slapped. Come on, TD. Give me my account. I want to buy some dips. Come on, virus. They're gonna wait for it to spike, and then they're gonna be like, "Here you go." Then I'm gonna say, you know what? I don't need it anymore. What happened in Vegas, Andrew? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what happened in Vegas. All I know is all I remember from Vegas is I remember looking at Rob. and I could see this face. That's all I remember. uh, that's all I remember. I remember looking over and I saw that face because the casino finished him. Ah, yeah. Okay, so let's see if we can stay above this level or go back and retest the 200 EMA. Other than that, there really isn't a whole lot else that's holding. Really, not a whole lot else that's holding, right? NVIDIA is dropping. The penny stocks are dropping, right? So the main stock we still like today is still BKYI, guys, right? Still this one. So yeah, still this one. Dead cat bounce. Okay. Oh yeah, I see. I see what you're looking at. Yep. Right. So off that demand zone. So $3.50. Nice bounce. Blake probably. But this is still the most predictable one. Right. Everything else still seems a bit suspicious. Ruby looks okay just because it's still holding above 30 cents. Right. But other than that, flight cancellations in the U.S. government shutdown. I don't know. I didn't have any issues flying back and forth or flying there and back, so no issues. I think if it affected people like that, they would have, they would have fixed the rubbish already. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, the markets are kind of slowing down, huh? If you're green for the day, though, type yes in the chat. If you're green for the day, and type yes in the chat to make sure people come and lose more money. Probably, Sid. You're not wrong. Probably. You're down $250,000, Flip. I don't believe you. Are you paper trading? Maybe. On the plays you made money? Hmm. Yeah, see, most of you are green today, right? That's because I think for the most part, even though these stocks have been annoying today, it's been an okay day. It's annoying in the sense that like nothing's gone crazy, but for the most part though, everybody's done okay. Yeah. Yup. So I think everybody's okay today for the most part. You're up $450. There you go, Jeff. See? Yeah, most of you are green today, right? Most of you are green, which is a good thing. You can usually tell the vibe in the market, right? And when we look at a name like BKYI, even though it's annoying, most of these names have been okay today. Just no crazy boomskis. Yeah. What did you buy at OT? What did you buy at? What did you buy at? Let me know. Carl, don't worry. Elon is down a few billion, so it could always be. You bought SES. I don't know. We haven't looked at that one today. What did you buy at OT? Because that thing is at 118, right? Yeah. There's an offering on that. I haven't even looked. Good job, Diego. Have you seen the market? It's dropping big time. Yeah, we've looked like quite a few times today. That's why we keep saying we want to buy the dips, right? OT, what's your entry? Mm-mm-mm. And call it a day flip. Sounds good. Not a bad plan. Yeah, so Bitcoin is bouncing, so the markets must be bouncing as well. Yeah, kind of a little bit, right? BTC 101. BTC hasn't been like it hasn't like it's been to 99, but really that's on a 24-hour clock. For the most part, though, it's held 100K really well, really really well. So that's a good thing. It's a very good thing. You've been watching it all day, Andrew. Yeah, if you've been watching this, you should have made some monies on this, right? Well, Gary, we like Jason, by the way, because Jason gets in at better prices and sells and makes money. You bought at 115, and OT, you're green on that position, right? So, what's your issue? What is your issue? Yeah, if they're all, yeah, exactly. Yep. There you go. See, we like Jason. Jason just did it again, right? 113 to 119, right? So Gary's like, I'm no Jason, but I'm in at 118. Meanwhile, Jason has been in a million times and is up, a few $100s for the day. Jason? Yeah. Anyways, Chase, stock chaser. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. And see you on Monday. Alrighty? See you on Monday. Good job, Doug Hunter. Well done. Andrew, good. See, you're making money then. There's nothing wrong with that, right? I'd rather you jump in and out on a day like today, in the week we've had. I'd rather you be jumping in and out than diamond handing. Stupid price. I'm just going to let it ride. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, you're down like 1 penny, right? Or you're even for now. So hopefully we can get back above $1.20, Gary, and then go from there. Yeah. Is MTC flying again, guys? Yup. MTC is definitely a crackhead. Like, look at this. Is Tuesday a holiday? Not that I'm aware of. Is Tuesday? No, Tuesday is not a holiday. The next holiday is Thanksgiving, so that's like the 28th or something like that, or close to that. Yeah, MTC over and over again. Sheesh. Yeah. Veterans Day, is that a holiday? Oh, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh, the only question though is the market closed, and the market is not closed. Yeah, so I think when you say holiday, I think market closing holiday, right? So the next time the market is closed is until Thanksgiving. So the 27th. Yeah. So it might be a holiday, but the stock market is not closed. Yeah. Yeah. Demon. Yeah. Yeah. They're gonna have a yeah. That's your birthday spike. Oh wow. Okay. Tuesday is a holiday in Canada. Interesting. Okay. La 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 la. It's a holiday for me. I'm closed that day. Yes. Bond market closed on Tuesday, Robert. Okay. Yeah, bank holiday. Okay. So you're just gonna need to make sure that you have some cash available, because your cash will not settle, right? Yeah, OT, you were just at 119, right? So again, you could have done what Jason does. Yep. So on Thanksgiving the 27th, the markets closed on the 22nd to 27, also closed at 2 p.m. I'll confirm, right? Close, it's a half day. 1 p.m. Sorry. So 1 p.m. on the 26th. So half day on the Wednesday and then fully closed on the Thursday. And then the day after that is Black Friday. So yeah. Yep. Yep. Open Friday, yeah. Are they closed early on Black Friday too? Can't remember. Anyways, it's far away that it doesn't really matter for now, you know. So we'll get to all of that stuff later. The most important thing is to know that we're closed early on the Wednesday and then closed completely on the Thursday, and then yeah. Remembrance Day in Canada. Okay, next Tuesday then. Okay. Yeah, Bitcoin has done a really good job actually. Really good job of holding the bottoms there. SPY on the other hand, not so much. BKYI, there you go. OT, you're back to green again, right? So 119. Again, BKYI has been such an easy scalp, right? Easy scalp. Up and down, over and over. I want to see it tested, yeah, spikes. If not today, maybe Monday. Maybe we just continue. Maybe we sell off then. Yeah. Until I started trading, yeah. They're kind of annoying, honestly. Yeah. I'd rather them like close the market completely. Um, just close the market so then you can properly celebrate the holiday. You know. Yeah. There we go. 122. OT, are you happy now? Are you happy? Are you happy? There we go. BKYI has been the goat today. The goat of scalps. The goat in the next 2 hours. People are funny. What is a launch whale alert? It just means that the big big transactions going through on the voice scanner. Yeah, when you see whale alert, it usually refers to like big transactions, usually big buys, right? I wouldn't pay too much attention to that stuff though, right? Pay more attention to the chart than anything else. So yeah, if you bought the dip there, guys, there was $1.10, right? And we're back to 124. Like, you know what I mean? There you go. There you go. Yeah, demon. There you go. See, 111 to 124, 119. Right. Good job. So again, this has been easy money today on this, right? Easy monies. Yeah, 2 seconds early. I know that's okay though. I think you did fine. So nice pop. MTC still looks good, right? RUBI is still looking okay. It's still holding 30 cents, right? But this has been the one still. Uh, two. Okay. No. 122. 105. Only got on this trade. Okay. I mean, like $1,200 or 1,200 shares. Yeah. Regan, you're red on what? What are you playing with, Regan? Are you not playing with BKYI? You know I know where you live, right? I know where you live. Yeah, I know where you live. The next red trade you do, I'm gonna call ICE. You're gonna get deported. Deported to jail or something. Yeah, you're oversized. The only time to get into MTVA, the only time to get into that stock was that consolidation of the bottom, and you could see the VWAP resistance, right, and the stalling. So, and when it's falling like that, would you touch this thing, guys? We've said not to, right? Do not touch it. Do not touch a stock when it's falling like that, right? At least when you see that it's holding the same level for a little bit, at least you have a chance, right? In this case, we're still below the 200 EMA, but you know what I mean. So I think you made some mistakes there, right? So report yourself to the ICE headquarter, please. Otherwise, I will report you. Yeah. You know why, Andrew? Because it's annoying when people lose monies. Annoying. Yeah. Straight to jail. Exactly, Spikes. Otherwise, I would have jumped in AZI Demon. Good. That's why we're here, right? Help each other out. Good job. Gary, there you go. You made monies on that. Good job. Yeah. This stock has been perfect for scalping, right? In and out and in and out. Yep. Had some from 90. You had some from 96 and didn't sell. Should have and then it dropped quickly. Again, Regan, this is why we keep yelling on stream. When you see a stock that's at resistance, please move your stop loss up. Please move your stop loss up. Because you were green on that position. Not a whole lot, right? But you know what's interesting, Regan, is you got in right here. You were in right here, close to the bottom, right? You were in right there. So we put the circle, like this circle, we put it a long time ago because we knew this level would be a problem, right? So when it got there, and you could see that 1 minute, 2, 3, 4. You're sitting there for a long time. It didn't just drop, right? You should have put that stop loss in there, right? You can't just watch it, right? Your stop loss would have saved you. MTC, the goat of crackheads. So you're approaching that $3 resistance again, DP, right? But MTC every day now, every day, scalps, every day scalps. Yeah, that stock's actually been really nice, like really nice. Really nice for scalps. So hopefully some of you played with it. Hopefully. 1 second. And then okay. So yeah, $3 resistance on that thing. Yep. I mean, if it can break above $3 and stay above $3, DP, yeah, this thing has actually been quite impressive. Like it's never been a swing play, right? This thing has never been a swing play. On when we played with it, like the first day, it went all the way to three something, right? But then the next day we were down to 120, right? So you could have bought way cheaper, right? Exact same thing today, right? You don't have to hold this thing overnight because this morning it was down 7%, right? And then it started to come back. So this is not a swing play. This is more of a play after hours, wake up early the next morning, pre market at 4 a.m., and see what it looks like if you're still interested, right? If not, wait for the market to open because we seem to be red every day and then come back. Red and then back. And BKYI, guys, still the gem. Yeah, still the gem. Where's Jason? What's next? Good job, Randy. 250 to 289. Good job. That was a very good scalp. Yeah, finally, McGregor. At least you're green. Good. Yeah, don't worry about after hours. After hours is not important. It's not even lunchtime, so way too early to be worried about that. Your next resistance for MTC is that $3 level, right? You can see how many times we've been to this level, and it's been a problem every single time, right? So that level is going to be a problem. You need to close above that before you can worry about anything else. Alrighty. So stop asking for predictions, McGregor. You know better. Uh, predict my future. Your future duck hunter is you will catch many ducks, and you can make some duck soup. You know, yeah. Before you worry about after hours, exactly, Spikes. Exactly. Don't worry about that. Okay, so we'll keep coming back to MTC because we have been every single day this week, which is nice. At least there's something there to scalp. DP, are you holding an MTC? I think you are, right? And then BKYI has been the scalper. Scalp. Regan, did you sell MTVA, or are you still in it? Jaden has $1 bill and two pennies. How much money does he have? Jaden broke. JD, you're still in there? Okay. Yeah, hopefully we get a breakout. Stop loss hit a long time ago. What was your stop loss at then? Oh my goodness, Regan, did you really put your stop loss below your entry price? I'm really gonna send you to ICE. Unbelievable. When a stock is at resistance, your stop goes to break even at least, right? Or green, right? Get in the habit of making 1 cent and be happy with it. Because I promise you, it's not all about the money, it's about the way you feel, right? Like if you make 1 penny on a stock, doesn't it like it's you did nothing, but it's different if you lose 1 penny on a stock. You feel like you're not making any progress. Yeah. So I'd rather you put that stop loss at break even or a penny higher than your entry price when it's at resistance. When it runs to resistance, at the very least do that. Yeah. Confidence is everything. Just yep. Just don't get cocky. Exactly. We know. uh we know. Mm, 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 mm. Do. Yup. Mm. Twice. Yep. The market will always teach you what you need to learn over and over till you learn it. Till you learn. And then yeah. I think people underestimate that, right? Like the danger of like not doing that is when you take that one loss and you take another loss, doesn't matter how small it is, you run the risk of like falling into a hole and you start drowning, right? Like when you lose confidence, oof, you're in a bit of a dangerous spot, right? So I'd rather you take a 1 penny gain because you feel like, okay, you know what, this is good. I'm making progress. Um, yeah, yeah. MTC looks like it wants to cook there. Cook. MTC. Ahmad, what's your entry price on MTC? OT says, okay, I'm happy now. Up 2%. I'm now hoping to get at least 2% minimum out of the market every day. Think and let's go, OT. Good progress. See, that's what I mean. Like so. Speaking of confidence, guys, look at the statement from OT. Right. Look at that statement. Right. It's not a whole lot. It's 2%. Right. It's not a whole lot. But you see the difference in like words, right? It's like, you know what, guys? I'm hoping to make 2% every day. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. Yay. Let's go. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a whole lot, but it builds confidence. And now you kind of know what to look for. You don't know what to look for, but you know what to look for, right? Your mind is kind of like, associating like the success with the thing you need to do over and over again, right? It's like, hey, you know what? I need to look for this next time. What if I just work right now? I need to do that next time and I need to make another 2%. Whereas when you lose, even if it's a little bit, like like, and I see this all the time in the chat. Like someone's done 1 cent, and they're like, "Oh, this happens every time. Every time I buy the stock, it goes down. Oh my goodness, I suck at this." I'm like, "Okay, what did you get in at?" They're like, "I got in at $2, and the stock is at 1.99." I'm like, what's going on?" Right? It's just the lack of confidence. It's just you're in that negative headspace, right? So, yep, it makes a difference. Makes a huge difference. Yeah, exactly. 1% a day. Yep. Huge difference. If confidence erodes, smaller losses help to prevent that. Yeah, exactly. That's you, right, Chris? Exactly. There goes MTC, guys. Woo! MTC, what a gem. What a gem of a stock. Popkov, good. Good, good, good. So again, your next resistance is $3.20, guys, for MTC. Can you believe MTC was 20 cents, 25 cents? Now we're chilling at $3 a few days later. Virus. uh, why are you? Yep. So let's see if we can break above this 320. $3.20. Is that a okay? uh, what's the hold level, Evan? I'm really not sure, and I don't feel like doing a lot of. I don't feel like working today. Yeah. Anyways, isn't there like an algorithm that tells you what the hold price is? I think the algo does, doesn't it? Yeah. Just realized MTC is a Chinese company. Yep. It is a Chinese company. So 320 is still resistance though. Yeah. I think as soon as we start looking at MTC, guys, everybody's rotating to MTC because now if you look at BKYI, that thing stalled and slapped, right? This has not been a diamond hand stock today. It's been a scalp stock, right? The stalling, the slap, right? So good job OT on selling that thing. Otherwise, you'd be crying again, right? So that's the difference. Makes a huge difference. And then again, yeah, 320 resistance. You want a hot rates hat? This is a hot rates hat, by the way. This hat is fire. Yeah, fire. I like it. Yeah, that's a hot rates hat. And then I have another one. Right? This one's a different color though, but it says something else. It says hot trades on it. Yeah. So this one's cool too. Yeah, there's a link. There's a link in the. Maybe there isn't. Maybe there isn't. Let me add that to the bottom. You can. Let's see if I can find. It doesn't show up. Yeah, it doesn't show up for me. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it. Wasn't there another one? I don't see the white one. Maybe Peter just made that as a one-time thing. Maybe. How do you buy it? There's a link somewhere. Somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. You should be able to see that, like on the bottom of the stream too, though. See, I'll post the link. I see the link. So that's the link at the bottom there, Scuba. Get yourself a hat or like a winter hat. There's winter hats. Yeah. Yeah, Scuba, get yourself a hat. Click on that link, get yourself a hat. Alrighty. MTC is still holding up, and so is BKYI actually. Still holding $1.10. Okay, so back to 306, and then BKYI is back to $1.14. Yep. Did you get that order filled, Raven? Are you in it? 105, or did you take it out? You might have taken it out. No. Okay. Raven. Yeah, you can tell the markets are slowing down a little bit. Maybe not MTC, because MTC wakes up at night. This thing goes at night. When we get up the stream, that's when it flies. Come on. Yup, Jay, it definitely does. Every day into the end of the day, this thing has been chaotic. Right, BKYI again came back and retested the 200 EMA, and it's still holding that same spot, right? Like, look at this, guys, right? We're back to 117 already. So that, more 5-cent scalps to the sun at night. Yeah. So scalps, and then MTC is clearly sitting between that $3 and $3.20 resistance. That supply zone. If you can break above that, then cool. $3.50 next. But resistance for now. You did? Are you installing a doorknob? Okay. Yeah, you're in. You're filled. You're up 10 cents. There you go. See? 10-cent scalps, Raven. 10-cent scalps. Do. Stay green family. $500 for the day, Felix. Oh yeah, you need to walk away. Yeah, is more than enough. Yep, I agree. Congratulations and have a wonderful weekend, Felix. See you next week. Alrighty, see you next week. Yeah, we'll see if I want to do a class today, guys. We might just chill and get ready for next week. Might just rest and get ready for next week. There goes 320. Are you gonna break it this time? Maybe. So that 320 is definitely your resistance there. Yep, for now, Jay. Yeah, for now. Especially MTC. Especially MTC. Diego says, "Thank you. I'm done for the day. 50% for your portfolio. Let's go. Congratulations. 50% on a day like today is amazing, right? So, congrats. Good job. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Don't forget to smash a like, guys. Thank you, Rob. Yeah. Don't forget to smash a like if you haven't already. Alrighty. Take a second, smash a like. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel, and if you want to join us in Discord, click this link at the bottom of the chat. Then come join us. uh, yeah. You jumped out too soon. No, I think you did well, right? Especially since you were holding this thing for some time, McGregor. I think you did well. So, especially since MTC has been going up and down every single day, right? So, I think you did really, really well. So, don't worry about it. Here comes 220 again. We just broke above it. Are we going to hold it though? So, brand new highs of the day here for MTC. The high from yesterday was a double top at 380, 385, 389. Yeah, so closer to 390. But again, for now, you have the 320 and then the 350 and then that level from yesterday. So it's looking fire, looking fire. 308, 315. Let it ride, King. Good job. Well done. Sheesh, MTC. Let's go, Luna. Good job. Have a wonderful weekend as well. Alrighty. Have a wonderful weekend. So we're playing with the at 320 level now. Push, push, push. You're not brave enough. That's okay. You made money, right? You got in at 360 and you sold at 305, right? You made some nice monies. So if you're happy with that, then maybe give it a second to consolidate or something else, not at the highs of the day, right? It does look really good if you're in a position, right? But if you're looking for a brand new entry, um, not exactly the best spot. Above 330. You bought at 223. Nice, this. Nice. Good job. Good jobs. At $1.50 more? Nice. Very nice. Yeah, you've been holding that position for some time now. The market's coming back. Nope. The markets are still at the lows of the day. So looking very weak. Very, very weak. Very, very weak. Okay. Okay, back to MTC here. BKYI guys still playing with the 200 EMA. The downside to BKYI is you can tell that it's losing the momentum. So it's going to need to do something. Yeah, exactly, Ron. It's looking a bit sketch. So it's losing some of the vibes. So for now, MTC is the one, right? The one. And DP's smiling. DP, what's your entry again on this one? Unless BKYI decides to bounce out that 200 EMA, which it could, because that's been the support. AZI, again, yeah, garbage. MTVA, yeah, you had your little target right there. Now it looks weak, even though it's holding 80, 86, 87. RUBI's just been in this 30-cent range here the entire day. 120. Oof, nice DP. Well done. Money's doubled. Well done. Congratulations. Yeah, that's a really nice entry. Hopefully this does the same thing that it's done every day and then run into the end of the day. Run, 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 run. BKYI back to 114, guys. So that bottom has been holding really well. So these are really the two stocks for now, huh? Right? MTC, BKYI. Everything else suspicious, right? I mean, MSGM doesn't look horrible if you got in closer to that demand zone, but that thing has work to do to get back above the 200 EMA, right? So on the puts, yeah, what we're gonna be at brand new lows at the end of the day. Spikes, lows, lows, lows. Two. The lows, the lows. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how low we go before the markets decide to bounce. How low we go. A blinker? What's a blinker? Is that a drink? Let's go, spikes. Yeah. No, the markets look suspicious. Very suspicious. 14. We're very close. That's where it's at now. You know what's interesting is how quickly that changes, and yet honestly, we haven't really dropped that much, have we? Right? Like if you look at the S&P, right, we're obviously making brand new lows. We're still at 12% for the year, right? That's after recovering a 20 something percent bounce and then adding another, so but definitely some nice dips for some buys though. Come on, MTC, you can do it. You can do it. Give us that 350. Probably, Roger. Probably. We probably get into the 650s. Yeah. Probably. Come on, MTC. Go, go, go. BKYI. Yeah, still above that 110. A few months ago, that would be perfect, Roger. Perfect. Some nice dip buys at that level. I would not mind that at all. October 10. Okay. Weakness. No, I think again I think for me I think the target, yeah, should be closer to 650. Below that I think a different level of panic will start. So below that a different level of panic will enter the markets. No, 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 no. Okay, sounds good. I'll respond to that later. You're buying it right now? That's up to you. BKYI still above $1.10. Yup. Yup. And then the MTC supply zone would have worked like a charm. Good, Spikes. Good job. Good job. Well, I've never heard that before. I have never heard that before. Damn. I mean, I've been asked some weird offers, but that's a first. Yeah, that's yeah, that's an offer for virus, 96 for now. But if it breaks 105, we can. Yep, exactly, Roger. I agree. Exactly. That's, like I said, that's an offer for virus. Where's virus? Virus, there's an offer for you. Someone is looking for yeah. It's been dumping in pumping for 3 days now. Amo, MTC, yep. Yeah. You guys are funny. Funny. How do you get the hot stocks, Peter? All the scanners in Discord. What happened? Oh no, Popcorn was asking you, how much it would cost for you to you know? Yeah, this one on screen virus. That's for you. But yeah, you can definitely see that supply zone for MTC. Alrighty, so we're gonna need to break above that little spot as well now too. Do. What happened, Guyen? Did you make monies? You made monies, didn't you? Yeah, it looks like they slapped BKYI below $1.10, guys. So if that candle closes below, then you're looking for $1 for your next support. Yeah. So that's showing some weakness there. I mean, it was showing weakness. Yeah, buying weakness at the top though, hypes, is a different story, right? It's one thing to look at a stock like this and say, hey, there's weakness, but it's consolidating, at the bottom, hypes. It's a different story to be buying weakness in a supply zone because you're the first to get entered. You're standing in line first. First in line. Yeah. Is SPY still getting slapped? Oh, yeah, we're still kind of sitting at the lows there. Peter, can you imagine if you bought those 0 DTE puts instead? MSGM has been doing a good job of like coming back. Yeah. Really good job of a curl off the demand zone. Right. So like I said, it's one thing to buy, buy weakness of consolidation in the demand zone. That's a solid bounce, isn't it? Anybody in this one? Anybody? There goes 422. That's a nice pop. It's a very nice pop, MSGM. 420. You are, Queen? Nice. MTC 58 to 323. Good job, JD. Well done. I like that. I like it. Uh, man, for a gain of wow on the error. Look at that though. You got saved there. You made $2,000 on a mistake. $2,000. Right? You should be very happy. Shut it down, maybe. Shut it down. If Peter did the same thing, so what happened is Imad bought 10,000 shares at 111, right? Which was the support 111, and then put a sell order at 118 for 1,000 shares instead of 10,000 shares. So he missed a zero. So then he looked again later and he still had the position and then sold the remaining 9,000 shares at $1.33. So made 19, so $2,000. That is very nice. That's a good mistake. You got lucky, very lucky. If I did the same thing, I would have been 111 to 11 cents. That's a very lucky mistake. When I do that, I lose $1,000. Yeah. So always double check. That was good, right? Sometimes you need a bit of luck, you know? Someone was looking at you from the sky mat and say, hey, hey, I got you. $2,000. Beautiful. Congratulations. Closer to $1, Regan. Yeah. So it's testing that $1 now. Alrighty. And if that level doesn't hold, you're looking for 85 cents. Cool. But again, the money was made though. Yeah, it's a blessed Friday. Yes, absolutely. Congratulations. I think the markets is to hitting brand new lows of the day. Oof. Bloody. Bloody Friday for the markets. MTC is still chilling at $3. Yeah. Again, don't get scammed, guys. I'm never gonna send you a message asking you to run through hoops to send me crypto to sign up for this. No. So I'm not gonna DM you. I'm not gonna send you a friend request. That's for sure. One thing's for sure. I will never send you a friend request ever. Alrighty. So yeah. So if someone sends you a friend request, it's a scam. Just ignore those things. Honestly, just ignore them. Alrighty. Or report and block them. Don't click on any links. Don't sign up on any fishy websites. Definitely nothing involving crypto. Yeah. Which bars? Which 3 to 4 bars? That thing bounced off the green zone, the demand zone, right? So yeah. Watch that consolidation video in the education section. It's gonna help you. MTC back to 320. Yup. Come on, just go, go, go. Go, go, go. Yeah, if you're new to the community, guys, make sure you spend some time. Make sure you spend some time over the weekend. Make sure you spend some time over the weekend going through all the channels, watching some educational videos, right? Blah, blah, blah. There's so much stuff for you in there. Alrighty? So take your time over the weekend and watch one video, watch 2 videos, right? I know it's annoying to study that stuff, but what do you do? What do you do? Like, do you go to work without having some experience or having to study it? No. Yeah. Uh, okay, I don't need a kid, but how much for a friend request? And how much for Mario? Aren't we already friends in Discord? For free. Yeah, if you send me a friend request, I will accept the friend request. If I know that you're a member, right? But me send you a friend request, not gonna happen. Yes. No, just $100 for Mario. Just $100. Mario? Yeah. Otherwise, I'm gonna block you from my DMs. I bought the membership, but also a lot of educational video I don't have access to. Nate, you have access to 95% of the educational videos if you sign up for the Legend level. There are only 3 or 4 videos that are for the Legend Pro members. Everything else, alrighty. So a lot out of the probably the 100 videos we have, maybe 4 of those videos are for Legend Pro members, right? So, yeah, education is key, Frank. Yep. Because you're a special case, Peter. Special case. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Uh, Dip Trader is not loading. What's Dip Trader? Dip Trader is 103. Tight stop loss. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, sounds good. I don't like that it's really not consolidating yet, and now we're below the view up and the 200. But you are a legend. Yeah, you have access to all the videos, Nate, except for a few, right? So, if you can't watch the videos, make sure you sign into this account, Nate, and click the link of the video instead. Don't click on the play button in Discord, right? Click on the HTTT, whatever. So it takes you to YouTube. And also make sure you're signed in to that account when you click on the link. Make sure you're signed in, because if you're not signed in, it's going to say you're not a member because it doesn't know that you're a member, right? Also, if you go to the Hot Trades YouTube channel, the videos are all there, right? So you can scroll through and watch. Alrighty. Ayo, Efren. Good morning. Good afternoon. How are you? Yeah, it is afternoon, isn't it? Lunchtime. MTC is still looking like the best name, isn't it? For now, right? The money's moved over from BKYI to this one. Yeah. Uh, there we go. MTC. Can we get that push? Peter, I will say that you're lucky that the number isn't included in that picture. There we go. Yep. 389 is what you're looking for, Keen. Yeah, let's see if we can get above $3.50 here. Yep. Let's go, Efren. Good. It's been a good Friday, right? Annoying, but better than Yeah, so that's good. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding MTC. How long after will I receive the? I have no idea, Doug. I have no idea. Right? It's just a referral link. I think maybe that's Michelle's. Maybe. Yeah. So yeah. So again, next resistance is 350. Good job, Gary. 320, 340, easy $60. Congratulations, well done. 260, nice, nurse. Yeah, a lot of you guys have really good entries. We can start a chance. MTC, yeah, break about 350. C, but then there usually are crappy stocks. Yeah, once your money settles, okay, there you go. 256. I like it. I like it. Nothing else looks good. Nothing else looks good, right? BKYI looks okay because it's holding that $1, right? BKYI looks okay there. RUBI is still holding that 30 cents, so that's fine if you want to play with that, right? But yeah, Bitcoin's bouncing. That's nice. SPY is also bouncing a little bit there. But yeah, for now, MTC has been the best looking one. Yeah. Yeah, but if something else looks good, we will tell you. We shall tell you. Is it halted? Let me take a look. I see. Do you ever do stocks on the London market, Andrew? No. Why? Because they're useless. They're just as useless as the Canadian stocks and the Australian stocks and the Indian stocks. I'm kidding. Not kidding. Not kidding. Canada's useless. Who would have thought? Hey, Canada is not useless. Yeah, Canada is not useless. Be nice. Be nice. Might be good, Andrew? No. Yeah, BKYI is breaking below $1, so that's not exactly a good thing. Yeah. If it breaks below that level, your next support, oof. You could honestly sell off all the way down to that 85, unless it consolidates somewhere else. Alrighty? Unless it consolidates somewhere else. Have I ever looked at it? No. Because I can't play with it, so why would I look at it? You know what I mean? Come on, give us something. Yeah, it looks like the markets are bouncing nicely there. So solid pop. Solid pops on the markets. Did you sell that position, Spikes? To 3,000% in 6 months? It's very nice. Again, we can't really play with it though, right? You might be able to, right? The rest of us can't. So it does us no good, you know? Still holding the yellow? Okay. Nice and green. Good. Uh Raphael, what's your question? Let me know. What's your question and I'll take a look. Dang, BTC was showing the signs, right? The fact that BTC would not go below 100K while the markets were dying, I think there was something there. Now Bitcoin is cooking. Yeah, the fact that BTC would not go below that dollar, I think that was a sign. Nice pop. Okay. Is it to do with the exchange rate? No, nothing to do with that. Just the fact that these stocks are not listed on like a Webull or TD or Robinhood, right? They're not listed on the on the exchanges. Raphael, yeah. So that yeah, it looks interesting. You didn't see any news. Are you looking for a position? Are you in a position? What are you looking for? Let me know. Let's do another 10 minutes or so, guys. 10 more minutes, and then we'll hop off and go back to Discord. Deal? Let's do 10 more minutes, and then we shall hop off and go back to Discord. Z-Tech crypto. I've this is the first I'm hearing about it. Be okay. No, 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 no. Z-Tech. MP. You guys are not helping me, Efren. You guys are not helping me. You're like, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? I'm gonna ignore you, Efren. You know that, right? Give me some details, and then I'll take a look. Alrighty, please and thank you. Yeah, stop asking me what I think about a stock. Yeah, tell me what you think, and then then I'll take a look. Hey, I'm looking at MP. I want to buy a position. I'm already in a position at this price, this and this and this. Then we can be on the same page. Uh, have a great weekend, Jake. Alrighty. You're leaving green. Good. I like it. Well done. I like it. I like it. I locating the scanners, please, in Discord. Have you watched the onboarding video, Peter? I'm just asking before I. Are you asking? Yeah. Right, Elisa? Yeah. Yes, please. What's the original news for MTC? The original news was that the stock had some delisting news. So then that created a whole bunch of excitement because the shorts have to cover before delisting potentially. But then the hype just creates more hype, right? So it wasn't that they had amazing news. Like MTC doesn't have anything good, right? Like the last thing they had was this October 28th, right? Hey, we just received the delisting notice, right? So shorts potentially have to cover, right? Or the company has to fight it, right? One or two things, right? When you get a notice like that, the company has to either pull their head out of the sand and say, "Hey, we need to fight this and stay listed on the exchange because we're gonna go to the OTC," or they give up and then the shorts are like, "Hey, we need to cover. We already destroyed the stock, right? So from whatever to 10 to 20 cents, we have enough, right?" Yeah, exactly, nurse. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, Hertz was a nice one, wasn't it? Yeah. Yep. And it's a China stock anyway, so they don't care, right? It's not like it's like a what was that, like Bed Bath and Beyond, where they have stores and they need to report, stuff like that, and they're gonna go bankrupt, blah blah blah. So that one's in the open. This is a Chinese stock. I'm sure they have money somewhere, so they're either gonna pump it or they don't care. Yeah, MCC is back to retesting $1, $3, not $1. You guys would have panic attacks. $3, $3, guys. Jeez. But you can tell that it's kind of slow now, though. That's MTC every day. Every day, by the time we leave the stream, this thing is so slow, and then we go back to Discord, and then it's cooking. So, yep, back above $1 for BKYI. Mm. Your screener. From yeah, Chris, you should have. You should have. Not really something that we paid a whole bunch of attention today, but I know we looked at it earlier this morning, right? Yeah. Again, when it moves like that, you're not gonna have a whole bunch of attention because it's super slow, right? Super slow. It's like one cent like per minute, right? Look at that. It gets, but yeah, because really that thing from the open breakout, like we've gone from 366 to right below $4. So it's not bad, right? This run, like BKYI has done a better run than this entire run, right? So for the rest of the day, actually, it depends. It really, really depends, right? For now, I would almost say MTC, but you're gonna need to watch it closely because MTC moves like a crackhead, right? You need to have a proper plan for that. Whereas with BKYI, this one's gonna be way slower, but it's also below the view up and the 200. So does it really have the momentum to push? Maybe, right? But yep, very slow. Exactly, Chris. Choo, 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 choo. It moves like former Mayor Ford. Uh, yep. I mean, everything seems to be moving like that now. That's very slow. So yeah, we're gonna hop off in a few minutes, guys, and go back to Discord. So let me know if you have any last questions, please, and thank you. And then we'll continue on Discord. So yeah, don't forget to smash a like again if you haven't already, please. Take a second and smash a like. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. 10 more people smash a like. Let's get to 200 likes. 10 more. Ready? So yeah, smash a like, hit that subscribe if you're new, and if you're not a member yet and you want to join us over the in Discord over the weekend, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbond. Elisa, have a wonderful weekend. Alrighty, see you on Monday. You need help with the scanners, Peter. With what scanners? Um, what scanners? Let me know. Yeah. In Discord. Okay, and what do you see right now? I need more from you, Peter. Right, so like, right, because those scanners in Stock General, the scanners, there's a voice scanner, right? The voice scanner says voice scanner, right? There's the momentum scanner, there's a halt scanner, right? So there's a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just not understanding your question. So I need more. Alrighty, and have you watched the onboarding video? Because I talked about all the scanners in the onboarding video. Right, you go here to see this. You go here to see this. Have you watched the video? Don't do anything I wouldn't do, Andrew. Yes, absolutely. Who's going to win this weekend? Spurs or United? Ooh, that's a good game. That's a good game. Van de Ven has been on fire, Gary. As soon as I sold him on my fantasy team. So you haven't watched the video, Peter. If I could slap you right now, Peter, if I could slap you, if I could slap you right now. That's the first thing I tell you to do when you get to Discord. When you get to Discord, watch the onboarding video. It shows you every channel in Discord and what is in there. Don't make me find you. That's okay, I'm kidding. But yeah, watch the video over the weekend, alrighty? I know sometimes you don't have time, right? So watch it over the weekend. And yeah, and then if you have any questions, just send me a DM or tag me in Stock General or ask anybody in Stock General, alrighty? So yeah, watch that onboarding video. That's the first thing you do, right? So you kind of know where everything is at. Alrighty. Frustrating. Just move. Yeah, it's kind of stuck there. Since you came back, you want to slap everyone. No, I did not. Well, maybe by the casino SB, Yep. Daryl, definitely. Am I going to Vegas again this weekend? No. That was just no. That's usually a once a year type of thing, We just go hang out and then come back. And then next summer we can do it in Miami or something. See you in Discord, Chris. Yeah, be okay. Come on now. But yeah, I'll be watching that game though. Spurs vs United. Let's see how it goes. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be watching most games. Yeah, I think my weekend is gonna be soccer, watching soccer, maybe some exercise, food, sleep, fix a whole bunch of stuff in Discord. because I have a whole bunch of stuff to clean up, some one-on-ones, and then yeah. So nothing too crazy. Spurs will get destroyed. You think so? Spurs have been kind of fishy. Ah, yeah, that sounds fun. F1 Brazil. Yeah. That sounds like a good weekend. Sounds like a good weekend. Alrighty, guys, we're gonna leave it here for the day. Alrighty. Have a wonderful weekend. Don't do anything Andrew wouldn't do. Yeah. Brazil. Rafael. I like it. Alrighty. Hopefully we get some runners into the close. We'll continue in Discord, and if we get some runners, we'll be right there, So again, be safe. Thank you all very much for the support as usual. Much love. And bye for now. See you guys on Monday. Or see you in Discord. Let's make some more money into the weekend. If MTC can cook or something else, we'll be ready. We'll be ready. Ready to cook. Cool. Bye, Ron. Have a great weekend, Kevin. Tomcat, have a blessed weekend as well. Alrighty. Again, much love, everybody. Bye for now. See you, Andrew. Bye. Bye, Chris. Bye, guys.